Hello diplomats, welcome to EdViplav IAS. In this video, we will see about IMF growth projections. It deals with how COVID-19 impacted the world economy and are there any signs of recovery. So let's go to the topic, and before that we will see why we are dealing with this topic. These are the news extracts, Hindu and from Mintu. Two extracts are given. It says Indian economy to contract by 10.3%, says International Monetary Fund. And COVID-19 impact, IMF projects India's GDP to contract by 10.3%. So this is the context and it is there in news in this week. So we are taking this as an opportunity to understand what is the characteristic of COVID-19 impact and how it is affecting economically the entire world. Let us see. This is the cover page of IMF report. IMF gives World Economic Outlook. This is very important for both prelims perspective and mains perspective. In prelims, they can ask what is the report given by IMF, World Economic Outlook. And you have to remember the World Bank also gives similar kind of report, that is Global Economic Prospects report. So do not confuse between two reports. When it comes to mains, the question can be analyzed that what are the IMF projections and what kind of impact COVID-19 will show on world economy, that we are seeing now. You see here, these are the IMF projections for the entire world. It's not about not only India which is going to contract by 10.3%, but entire world is about to face this. So it is saying world output itself will contract by 4.4%. If you see this column in 2020, almost all economies will face negative growth in 2020. The reason, obvious reason, COVID-19. And in emerging markets, except China will grow at it will grow at 1.9% despite having COVID-19 impact. And all other economies are going to face negative trajectory. So this is what advanced economies will fall by 5.8% and emerging markets and developing countries will fall by 3.3%. So these are the World Economic Outlook growth projections. You just remember that entire world output is going to going in a negative direction for 2020, but in 2021 everything will be in positive. So this is it. This is one important aspect of this report. Now let us understand what are the characteristics of the shock. COVID-19 was an unexpected event in the human history. It is one of its kind. If you analyze the characteristics of this shock, it is multi-dimensional. It has infected millions of people. Millions of people died. It has impacted all spheres of life. It affected psychologically, morally, economically, physically. So these are the characteristics which we can understand about COVID-19. As we are discussing about the economic part, how it has affected economy. So the characteristic can be told like it is the largest economic shock ever in recent decades. It has brought near to the standstill, and it has taken its toll on globalization and interconnected world. Now countries and people are wary about globalization and to open up the borders for imports. So that kind of fear it has created after COVID-19 hit the world. So it is also questioning the faith of multilateral institutions like World Health Organization, which was supposed to show the courage and magnanimity in understanding and containing the COVID-19, but it has fallen prey to the victim of global politics. So that's why the countries are questioning the faith on multilateral institutions themselves. So these are some of the characteristics of the COVID-19 shock. Now let us understand the economic impact. So this is the economic impact of the COVID-19, and based on all these factors, IMF has given the projection that world economy will shrink by 4.4% and Indian economy will shrink by 10 percentage points. And now let us understand how economy works at a global level. Demand and supply chain is the crucial feature of economic exchanges. So this COVID-19 has disrupted the supply chain and demand and supply chains, because due to lockdowns, it has stopped the economic activities. So due to lockdowns, and there were no economic exchanges between people, it led to fall in demand, it led to loss in trade, and it crashed tourism, so remittances and forex reserves. So when forex reserves goes down, imports of a country will go down. It will create mounting debts as interest rates are to be paid with no or less income. So because of this, capital flow came to standstill. When the income side has taken its toll, there is an expenditure side. Because of this COVID-19, huge burden was fell on healthcare system. Huge expenditure was required for ventilators, for oxygen supply, for extra medicine, and to encourage vaccine. There was requirement of a huge expenditure on healthcare sector. So it has created a huge burden on the healthcare system, and at the same time it has reduced the income of the economies. When it comes to oil markets, it has almost crashed the oil markets, because when there is less demand, when transportation came to standstill, and the requirement of oil has come down, and it led to crash in the oil producing markets. And it has led to crash in manufacturing output because fall in demand, and it led to unemployment. So it has completely disrupted the normal economic life of the entire world. So that's why IMF has projected that these kind of situation will continue for the next few months till vaccine comes. That's why it has given the projection that almost all countries will face negative growth. But once the vaccine comes and situation comes to back normalcy, it will become normal. But this is one side of the coin, but there is other side, like it is not that the situation is going to be there forever, but there are signs of recovery as well. If you see the evidence, this is the evidence. In June, this global economic prospects came. June 2020. This is World Bank. So remember the difference. This is World Bank report, Global Economic Prospects. IMF report is World Economic Outlook. So you just remember the names. And in June 2020, it has given like 5.2%. World economy will shrink to 5.2% in June, given the circumstances. That time COVID was spreading fastly, and many countries do not even know how to handle the COVID-19 situation. So that's why World Bank projected 5.2%. But by October, situation has changed. Now IMF has given the projection that 4.4 only. So from 5.2% reduction to 4.4. So definitely it is showing signs of recovery, because countries have understood the nature of COVID-19 and have taken different measures and encouraged different innovations to handle COVID-19. So once again, the economic situation is coming onto the track. That's why the condition of global economy has improved from June to October. So this from October to January situation will be further improved. So definitely there are signs of recovery. Even in India, agriculture sector and some of the sectors are showing the positive recovery. So is the case with other countries. So this is the global economic crisis and how IMF gave projections to the global economy and how the signs of recovery are seen. So this is the analysis of this issue, and thank you for watching the video. If you like the video, please subscribe to our channel EdViplav IAS. We will meet in the next video. Thank you once again.